What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Hoping you are having a great one as always. Today we are taking a look at the coolest kitty in the city, Red 13, aka Nanaki from Final Fantasy VII. Now what we're seeing here is either the next level of Brown Shipper box. They've got a nice little picture there. Or it's a really bad art box. I haven't opened it up yet, so we're about to go on that little journey together. I might be really impressed with it. I might not be. We will find out very, very shortly. Now, this is from a company called Vicky Secret, and it looks like this is just a really depressing art box, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. But this is from a company called Vicky Secret. They typically kind of like a 6th scale version of Victoria's Secret for the most part. Recently, they have started doing some costume sets for Final Fantasy characters and a whole bunch of other good stuff. Maybe. Success. That's exciting. In any event, they also released this guy here. Now, it is more of like a 6th scale accessory, I would say, than anything else. But for those that are digging the Final Fantasy VII stuff, this might be something you are interested in getting. Personally, he's my favorite character out of Final Fantasy VII, so when I saw they were doing them, I kind of had to pull the trigger. Now, I got this from onesixthoutfitters. I was on the waiting list for him, and they eventually gave me the message that they had him, so I said yes. He's reselling on eBay for about 120, 130 bucks right now, which is not too much more than retail. So if you do want to pick them up, you could go that route, or just hop on a waiting list. Some of the other stores out there might still have them in stock. It's tough to say. But let's take him on out of here and get a look. He's a hefty boy. I am already happy with that. Looks like we get a little added accessory for his mane there. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Now this is more of a statue than anything. I don't think he's got any real articulation except the tail. It's a whole lot of styrofoam. Alright, we'll get that out of there later. Alright. Now, obviously, I'm going to need to de-styrofoam him a little bit, which I will play with at my own leisure once I get this piece out, because it's really going to annoy me. Come on. Almost. Almost there. Yeah. I lied. One more piece. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. So obviously he's got, you know, an actual mane, which is kind of fun. You can play around with that and get it styled. I might use a little pomade in that just to kind of get it standing up. But honestly, I think just giving it a nice good fluff seems to be doing the job. Get that little tuft pulled over there. I can play with that a bit more. Oh, he's got an actual hoop earring. That's so neat. Alright, so I'm kind of geeking out over this. They did a really good job with his look. That fur looks incredible. It is not actual fur, but really looking at it, it genuinely looks like it. Look at that face. That's so cool. There you go. They really did an outstanding job of the likeness on him. Obviously, I'm going to have to play with his hair a lot more to get it more accurate to the game, but that's quite alright. I don't really mind at all. Plus, it'll kind of let me give him his own little unique personality, which will be a little bit of fun. Now, this little add-on that they've got just clips right over his back there. Not that you won't be able to figure it out, but got a little clip in there, and it's just going to slide right into place. So yeah, there's really not much to him. Amazed at the actual weight of the guy. He's a very, very heavy boy, which makes me happy. And I do think You might be able to move his tail. It looks like you can. But actually, it almost looks like it's glued in there. I don't know if you can see it up close. Sorry to get a close-up of your butt, buddy. I just said butt, buddy. There we go. Yeah, it looks like they glued it in there. You might be able to pop it out and, you know, re-glue it if you wanted to move it at all, but I don't really think that's necessary by any means. Any of this little white stuff that you're seeing is just styrofoam from the packaging, so I wouldn't worry about that. That piece seems to move around a bit more than I would like. Might have it backwards. Let's give it the old flipperoo and find out. Yeah, that locks in a little better. And we can play around with that later. They did do a pretty good job on the markings for him as well. I'm really, really impressed. They did a good job with him. So definitely, if you want to get a Red 13 for any Final Fantasy collection that you're doing, especially in the 6th scale, he's going to be the one to do it. Man, oh man, is he awesome. Let me go grab another 6th scale figure just so you can see him size-wise. We'll get a little comparison, because that was one thing I was kind of worried about when I bought him. But I'll go grab one real quick, just kind of stand them up side by side so you can see how a normal one will be posed up next to it. Alrighty, so I grabbed Tash from Serene Hound. We've got cats and dogs living together now, so that's, you know, perfect harmony. But she's honestly going to be the same size as, like, any of the custom body kits that you would get. So if you end up wanting to build an Aerith or a Tifa, or if you get a Cloud, anything like that, they're going to be pretty much the same size. So to give you an idea of them, they do scale up pretty nicely. Definitely about the right size. He's kind of hunched over, which is why he's not probably as tall as he would normally be. But I think that pose is just super cool and intimidating. I love it. So you can kind of make him a little protector of anybody you want. But definitely worth getting. I, you know, really can't say enough about him. Honestly, I was kind of sold once I saw that the earring was an actual earring. And again, the weight of him. He is a very, very hefty boy, which is nice. Can't go wrong there. You kind of know that he's going to hold up over time, so that's always a good thing. And I suppose I should end it looking more at him than my dear Serene Hound gal. So there you go. A final little glance at him in all of his cool glory. Oh God, sorry. All right, thank you all so much. You have a good one.